Pacific time. Time for my live. My name is Joyce Fields. I'm 81 years old, and I do lives 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, where I share advice on how to undifficult your life. Like I said, I'm 81 years old, and the advice that I share, I have lived it since I was about 10 years old. That's a long time. And I know that it works. And I have been gifted with the ability to communicate to y'all in very simple terms and easy. I even use helpful hand gestures. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. Hey, Rizbean. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. I did my last TikTok live on August 29th. And my first YouTube live, I did it on September 1st. So this is only my 19th YouTube live. And I am trying to get accustomed to the way YouTube does things as opposed to the way TikTok does things. So I was very, excuse me, my sinuses and my nose itches a lot with this change in the weather, so now it's fall. So I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So TikTok changed the rules for the community guidelines. That they were going to really do a number on free speech as far as I'm concerned. So, and they raised the price for subscribing. Subscribing is free here on YouTube. So I hope you've subscribed, Rizbean. And so they were going to, on TikTok, they were going to increase the price for subscribing. So that's another reason. But I still post on TikTok. I really like TikTok. And I have almost 54,000 followers on TikTok. And that just absolutely blows my mind. And I never dreamed that I would even have 1,000 followers. Thanks, Silvus. And so now this is, like I said, my 19th YouTube live. And I always ask how you found me here on YouTube. And because on TikTok, they used to send a message to the live creator that they were notifying, hey, Shouse, notifying viewers that you were live, but they don't do that on YouTube. So I ask y'all how you found me doing this live. Were you just scrolling, or did you get a message or something like that? Yeah. So that's what I want to know that. I don't know how everybody's finding me, but I'm really glad that y'all are finding me. Now, I share advice that will help y'all to undifficult your life. I'm 81 years old. I tell my man all the time that I live a virtually stress-free life. And I'm going to tell y'all how you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's easy. And I've been gifted with explanation, or not explanation. I've been gifted, 81. Happy to be 81. And I have been gifted with the talent for being able to communicate these philosophies, concepts, and all of that from my mind to y'all's mind. Now, I know you find that hard to believe, but if you hang with me, you will be a believer. It's a gift from the higher power that I do these helpful hand visuals. I use my hands in combination with the words coming out of my mouth. Oh yes, Silvus, you're gonna believe. If you can stay here through my whole life, you're gonna be a believer. I'm gonna say believe and believer at the same time. So you will become a believer. So when you see these helpful hand visuals, and Spirit gives them to me. I don't do it myself. Spirit gives them to me. So now, I share 4 pillars of advice. Like I told y'all, I tell my man also that I live an enchanted life. Me and my man have been together for 68 years. You heard that correctly. We have been together for 68 years. Since we were both 13 years old. We've been married for 58 years. We celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd. And so we've been together since we were 13 years old. Both of us were 13. And he turned 82 on Monday, and I turned 81 on February 4th. I am so happy to be 81 years old, y'all. Don't dread y'all's age. A lot of people did not live to be the age that you are right now. Thank you. So I'm going to show y'all a picture of us in our younger days. Now this picture I'm getting ready to show you now is 1969. We were 25 years old. We were dressed getting ready to go somewhere. So I don't remember where it was, okay? Here we are at 25. That's Pap and Joyce. His name is Pap, P-A-P. His real name is Fred. So that's when we were 25 years old. Now I'm going to show you this picture. We were 80 years old. This is last year, our 57th wedding anniversary. This is 2024. That's us. Yeah. Thanks, Darren. All right, now here, I love this time, elapsed time travel. 25 and 80. Yeah, thank y'all. Thanks for all the good wishes, y'all. So I really love the fact that I have these pictures. You see, my son, or our son, calls it frozen time. Pictures are frozen time. They really are. So, now, and I tell him that I live an enchanted life. Now, I share 4 pillars of advice that will help y'all to undifficult your life. And share this live, y'all, because I'm new here on YouTube, and not a lot of people know that I even do these lives. So I need 1,000 subscribers, and subscribing is free, y'all, here on YouTube. So I need 1,000 subscribers in order to be able to bring guests up. And right now, I hadn't planned on doing this, but I would have had the number ready. 723 subscribers. And I need to get to 1,000 in order to be able to bring guests up. So help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Subscriber is free. Excuse me. Now, I told y'all, I share the advice that will help you to undifficult your life. I share 4 pillars of advice. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, you'll want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3, stay calm. Oh my goodness. There is so much power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry. You get upset, aggravated, all of that stuff. Frustrated, all of that. You lose your power. It drains the positive power out of you. But staying calm, you keep your power. That positive power is a force, you see? So stay calm. And when I get to pillar number 3, stay calm, I do a helpful hand visual. You're very welcome. I do a helpful hand visual that when I first did it in one of my TikTok lives this year, it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. And I did it for Pap, and it blew his mind. And it blows my mind too, y'all, because these helpful hand visuals, Spirit gives them to me. And so they blow my mind, but it's almost like I expect it, you know? I just, so, but when I get to pillar number 3, when I do that helpful hand visual, it will blow some of y'all's minds too. And then pillar number 4, there are only 4 pillars. The last one is pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. You got to hang with me through the whole live if you can, okay? But I do it every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I share the same 4 pillars, but every live that I do is different. And also one of the things too, here on YouTube does, it's not, I don't know if it's called replays, but you can go to any of the lives that I've done. I think it's under Joyce Fields' live. I think, I'm not really sure. I told y'all this is only my 19th YouTube live. So, and I'm 81 years old, and I do not even want to be dealing with all the intricacies of all this social media stuff. So I have moderators, I have people who are viewers, and a whole lot of people help me. I know how to do a live, okay? So now, where these helpful hand visuals, I call them that because in one of my lives this year, one of my viewers, her name is Jessie Knott, she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. That's what Jessie Knott said. And so she was talking about, I do these helpful hand visuals. These are gestures that I do with my hand in combination, or hands, sometimes I use both of them, in combination with the words coming out of, hey, Gilly. In combination with the words coming out of my mouth, and it communicates, hey, Britt, it communicates philosophies, ideas, concepts, all of that from my mind to y'all's mind. Okay? Good. Thanks, Bro Greenlong. Good. So now, pillar number 1 is develop and maintain a positive attitude. Share the live, y'all. There are only 2 attitudes that you can have. 2. That's it. Just 2. A negative attitude or a positive attitude. That is all. There isn't a third one. Think about it. See, you probably never even thought about that. Only 2 attitudes that you can have, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. So, I have learned in my 81 years of living that you do not choose to have a negative attitude. You don't choose it. You must choose to have a positive attitude. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you almost certainly will have a negative attitude or lean towards the negative, more towards the negative. It is a deliberate choice to have a positive attitude. It is an on-purpose choice to have a positive attitude. It is an intentional choice to have a positive attitude. You must choose to have it. The way you do that is you write a program and you say your program out loud. And this is the program that I want you to write. You can improvise, you can do however you want to do it, but here's the basic program. You say it out loud, and I don't care who's around you when you say this, because it'll give you a chance to spread positivity. And after I say what it is, then you'll understand why I said that. So now here is what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Now, I'm going to get back to that, but I wanted to address my viewers here, because when you come up with negative things that you have to say, or when you, my live, I do not discuss religion or politics. I have no use for either one of them. I talk to God all day, and God ain't got no religion. Good, thank you, Gilly. So when you, this is a new word to me, trolls. I'm 81 years old, so I think I'd never even heard the word trolls until maybe last year, when it comes to social media and stuff, you know. So a troll is a very pathetic person, pathetic. And hear me out, because to be the kind of a person that deliberately wants to insult somebody, deliberately wants to be cruel or whatever, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It reflects on you. So it's a very poor use of your time to try to be cruel or offensive or offend anybody. So, like I told you, it doesn't bother me. And you are the kind of person who really needs to hear the advice that I have to share. I told y'all the 4 pillars, and I'm going to repeat those 4 pillars, and sometimes alone. Okay. Yeah, but see, that's really sad. So if anybody sitting here on my line now is intending to troll, you should stop and think about it. Maybe you want to hear what I have to share, okay? So, and I have had trolls apologize to me. That has happened. Okay. So now, if you still want to troll, I don't do religions. Well, so don't be talking about Jesus. Get your own live and talk about Jesus. Okay. That's the thing for you to do. So now here is, I told you, you must deliberately choose to have a positive attitude. And I'm going to tell you how you choose. I already told you, you write a program and you say it out loud. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. So here is what you say out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat it. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's all you have to say. And mean it from the bottom of your heart. And put your feet on the path to do just that. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. It is a process, a lifelong process to having a positive attitude. But it takes fun effort. It takes fun energy. Having a positive attitude is like holding a plug in your hand. And you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul. And it electrifies you. Kicks you into more heavily, more deeply into your own life. I'm going to give you a whole lot of good information that will help y'all to undifficult your life, okay? Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. So now I take these screens. I mess up. Okay, so a whole lot of y'all are making y'all's lives a lot more difficult than they have to be. And I am going to share advice with you that will help you to undifficult your life. Now, I told you about negative attitude and a positive attitude. I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. You heard that correctly. And I'm going to incorporate a helpful hand visual in it as well. So I'm going to show you what what a negative attitude looks like on the count of three. Thank you, Gilly. 1, 2, 3. Here's what a negative attitude looks like, y'all. These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. In the meantime, my hands are doing a helpful hand visual. And what this helpful hand visual is saying is this, all these negative attitudes. Now, these are positive elements. These are positive elements flying through the universe. Positive elements, y'all, are flying through the universe constantly. Constantly. So, but they always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. You understand? When you have a negative attitude, these are all the positive elements that are passing you by, not even stopping, okay? Negative attitude. When you write your program and say those words out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You see, all of this stuff, good stuff, is flying over your head. Now, on the count of three, I'm going to show you what happens after you write that program and say it out loud. 1, 2, 3. You see that? What was flying over your heads is now making contact with your psyche. You see? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Did I explain that clearly? Did y'all understand it, what I was trying to explain? Oh, yeah, I feel sorry for trolls. So, come on, give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I got 71 people on here. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. He said, oh, hell yeah. Well, I'm so happy that I did. So you see, you got to have a positive attitude in order for the best things in life to come to you. Thank you. Oh, I got to do some screenshots of that. You got to have a positive attitude. The way you choose it is you write a program and say it out loud. A lot of people say when you write programs, you say it in your mind. I'm going to get there. You say it in your mind. But I don't say that. Joyce Fields says you say it out loud. When you say it only in your mind, it's one element. You see? When you say it out loud, that's three elements, y'all. You speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psyche. 3 elements as opposed to 1 element. Say it out loud, and I don't care who's around you. That gives you a chance to spread positivity. Because when people are around you and they hear you say that, or these programs that I'm telling you to write, they may say, oh, I'd be interested in how you're going to do that. You just be spreading the positivity, spreading all this good stuff. So now say it out loud. And what you say from this point on, from this moment on, I am going to be working on, or from now on, I'm just going to say from this moment, from now on, I am going to be working on. So from now on, that means from this point forward, I don't care where your attitude was. Oh, well, you hear it now and make use of it, please. So I don't care where your attitude was 5 minutes ago, yesterday, last week. It doesn't matter. You can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. Doesn't matter what you were the last minute, okay? It's all you have to do. You say it out loud. You are the director of your spirit, of your soul. Don't ever lose sight of that fact. You are the director of your spirit, of your soul. And so now, say it out loud. I showed you what a negative attitude looks like. Now I'm going to read y'all a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude, and it might be you. And don't despair, because like I told you, you can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. You can choose to have a positive attitude while you're sitting there watching my live. Okay? And I hope I'm going to say some things that will encourage you and motivate you and compel you to wanting to have a positive attitude. And not even wanting to have it is deciding to have a positive attitude. Not wanting. You make that decision. Okay, so now I'm also going to read you a list of words that will help you when you want to get a positive attitude. So now, okay, I was just thinking, I got a lot of information. I go till about 5:30, 5:35. So I do 90-minute lives here on YouTube. I used to do my lives on TikTok, but TikTok changed all their rules and, excuse me, and increased the price for subscription. Subscription is free here on YouTube. So now I still post on TikTok. I have almost 54,000 followers on TikTok. Blows my mind, y'all. I'm 81 years old at 54,000 followers. I never dreamed I'd have 1,000 followers, even 100. Never thought about it. So, where was I? Sometimes I lose my train of thought, but I rewind, and 80% of the time I get it back. But now I already know that I'm getting ready to read y'all the list of words that will help y'all to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude, and it might be you. Here are the words: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Back up to the top, the very first one. Oh, thank you, Ray. Oh, raw. Okay, sorry about that. Very first word is anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Are you the one who is full of anger? Who is angry? That's negative. How about resentment and holding grudges? Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges? Are you the one who is full of resentment? Are you the one who holds grudges? That's negative. I'm going to come back to that one because that's big these days, probably always was. Going to lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? Ooh, I'm going to give you some information that, and if any of these words fit you, I'm going to give you information that can help you to change if you want to change. So people who lie, do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest. Are you the liar? Are you the dishonest one? That's negative. But now back up to resentment and holding grudges. If you are full of resentment, if you hold grudges, I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before, and that is this: you are living in the past. You are living in the past. No, so you can't do that. So stop lying. I'm going to give you a lot of information that will, I hope, convince you to change to a positive attitude. The world needs more people to have a positive attitude. And the 4 pillars that I share helps everybody in having a positive attitude. And I'm going to tell y'all, some of y'all weren't on here when I first started to tell y'all what the 4 pillars are. Now, pillar number 1, these are the pillars that I'm going to be discussing. I'm on here from 4 o'clock to 5:30, 5:35. I even go to 5:40 sometimes. But at any rate, pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. I'm telling y'all now. I'm in pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I always start with toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Pillar number 3, stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. Now, when I get to pillar number 3, stay calm, I do a helpful hand visual. My helpful hand visuals, gestures that I do with my hands in combination with the words coming out of my mouth, and it communicates ideas and philosophies, concepts, and all like that from my mind to y'all's mind. So in pillar number 3, stay calm, I do a helpful hand visual that will blow some of y'all's minds, okay? So then pillar number 4 is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, for all of that stuff. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are. And if you know what they are, please don't say what they are. I only want to share this with people who don't know. If you already know, wonderful. So I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. It's the last one. Now, all of the pillars of advice that I share is, all of them are designed to undifficult your life. I just told y'all what increase your level of patience. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. That's number 1. Number 2, increase your level of patience. Number 3, stay calm. And number 4, remember those 4 words, and I'll tell you what they are when I get to the 4th pillar. All of this is designed to help y'all to make a contribution to make the world a better place. And it's cost-free. It doesn't cost you 1 cent to have a positive attitude, to have patience, to stay calm, and to remember those 4 words. When I get there, I'll tell you. So all of these things will help to make the world a better place. And I'm sharing them with you so that you can be more of a contributor in making the world a better place. Doesn't cost you anything. So now I was talking about pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And the way you do that is you say it out loud. You write the program. You write a program, you say it out loud. And I don't care who's around you. This is what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Share the live, y'all. I'm new to YouTube, and I want more people to know about the fact that I share this advice Monday through Friday. And check out my TikTok. My TikTok is JJ, the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. And my moderators send me screenshots of some of the comments and compliments that people make about my lives, and I post them. And I have a ton of content on TikTok, and I'm still posting on TikTok every day. I'm not abandoning my nearly 54,000 followers. So I post it, but I do my lives only here on YouTube, okay? So I need subscriptions, and the subscribers, it's free to subscribe here on YouTube. It wasn't free there on TikTok. So I have 723 subscribers now, and I need 1,000 in order to be able to bring guests up. I'm also an author, so check out goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. And there are 11 nonfiction books there, nonfiction. My sister wrote 1 and I wrote 10. And I'll talk to y'all about that in a few minutes. First of all, I'm talking about pillar number 1. So resentment and holding grudges, that's where I left off. If you are full of resentment, if you hold grudges, you are living in the past. Because you are carrying around something that happened. Past tense, y'all. There is nothing the people who did that mess can do to change it. There is nothing that you, thanks, Marjorie, can do to change it. That is amazing, so that you would be carrying that and chewing on it all these years, that probably years. That's what resentment usually is built up, okay? So, but now, resentment and holding grudges damages the person who holds on to it. You must forgive whomever it was. You must forgive whatever it was. So there are no exceptions. You must forgive, but a lot of people would say forgive and forget. Hell no. You don't ever forget. I don't deal with religion on my lives. No Jesus stuff. I talk to God all day, and God does not have any kind of religion. So don't be coming up here with all this Jesus stuff, y'all, and politics. So no Jesus, no religion, and no politics. I deal with life stuff. Positive attitude, increase your patience, staying calm, and remembering the 4 words. That is God stuff, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so now, yes. Okay, excuse me, I got a cough. Where was I? Yeah, I told you about resentment and holding grudges. You got to forgive them. And it does. A lot of people on my live say, yeah, but they did this and it was this person. Doesn't matter. That's how you can't split hairs with this stuff. When you have to forgive. Now, like people will tell you to forgive and forget. Hell no, you don't ever forget. You'd be an idiot to forget. Keep it on the stove on the back burner, but don't you ever, never, ever, never, 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 ever forget. Okay? Yes. So now I'm going to tell you how you can forgive easily. Before I tell you that, though, I'm telling you that these are all things that I call the uglies: anger, lying, dishonesty, regrets, grudges, resentment. All of these are ugly things. And the person who holds on to them is the person that they destroy. You understand? Did you hear me? I'm going to repeat that. The person that holds on to all of these ugly things, that is the person that they destroy. What you are doing is creating what I call, excuse me, an invisible internal burden on your spirit, on your soul. You don't even realize that you're carrying it around, but it makes you a very ugly person, nasty, mean. People don't want to be around you. When they are around you, when you leave, they talk about how all that kind of stuff. We all, almost every last one of us, know of situations or people like that. So when you carry that stuff, it can put you into bad health. A lot of people who are full of resentment, who hold grudges against other people, they are on a lot of pharmaceutical medications. They are not aging gracefully. They look older than they are. So all of that kind of stuff, you see? That's what resentment and holding grudges can do to you. Now, you have to forgive. I'm 81 years old. When I was a kid, there was no such thing as a text message, email, or video call. You can forgive using any one of those technologies or anything else that you can think of. You can forgive that way. Now, also, when you forgive, it doesn't mean you want them back in your life or you go back into theirs. It does not mean that. It just means you forgive so that you are eliminating the internal pressure of your soul or on your soul, on your spirit, okay? You forgive. Because, and I'm going to give you some examples that will really make it sharper and clearer for you. So it doesn't mean, but now if you want to go back into their life and they want to come back into yours, that's wonderful. That's fine. But don't ever forget, okay? So, but now if you don't ever want to have anything else to do with them ever again, you can also forgive them through telling it out loud to the universe. That's correct. That's what I said. Say it out loud to the universe. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you can say, or you can paraphrase it however you want to do it. You'll get the point. And please share the live, y'all. So I would like for a whole lot more people to hear this advice that I share. I live it, and I know that it works. So you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe if you never, ever want to see them again or have any communication with them or nothing, okay? So here is, I'm not going to tell you what you say yet. I want to remind you, the universe was there when the mess happened to you. The universe was there when the mess happened to you. I want y'all to think about the fact that, now I call it the universe and I call it God. When I say those two words, or two phrases, the universe and then God, I use them interchangeably. So whatever you call your higher power, it was there when the mess happened to you. It knows what you're talking about. Okay? So now I'm going to tell you this because I also have a video, and I put it on social media. It's on YouTube. It's here on YouTube. It's on TikTok, and it's on Facebook, and it's on Twitter, X. Let me think here. So, and it's about the higher power. So the higher power was there. Do you understand? Do you know that the higher power sees everything you do right now? Hears everything you say right now. Reads your thoughts right now. You understand? That's what it does. So when I say that, and I say it every live that I do, because I want to bring it to people's consciousness that the higher power, or whatever you call it, sees everything you do, hears everything you say, and reads your thoughts. So when I say that, it brings people up short. It kind of shakes them up. And then and I ask this question. Having said that, bringing that to the forefront of your consciousness, will that make you alter whatever you do, say, and think? I'm asking that question. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I got 80 people on here. Give me some responses. No, Elena, I don't deal with Jesus. So if you're going to come back, my moderators, give her a timeout or something. But I don't deal with Jesus. I am not religious. I have no use for religion. So if you want to stay on this live, don't do that again. Okay. So give me a response, y'all. When I said that? Come on. Give me some responses. Did I say, when I said the universe or the higher power sees everything you do, hears everything you say, and reads your thoughts, did that cause anybody to think about what they do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses. Come on, give me some responses. Be quick with y'all's responses, please, because I'm running out of time. Okay, wonderful. See, I get so many yeses. I say that on the video. Oh, yes, indeed it does. Wow. That's why I say it, because it's been hidden in the back of people's minds. And I want to bring it to the forefront of people's minds. The higher power sees everything you do, hears everything you say, and reads your thoughts. And that's what should control what you do, say, and think. So now, I was telling you that to say that the higher power was there when the mess happened to you, when whatever that you have to forgive people. So you say it out loud. This is what you say out loud to the universe. Yes, that's the truth. God is everywhere. Here's what you say. And I don't care who's around you, because somebody may be around you that knows what happened, and they can help you to spread the word that you forgave the people. Okay, so now here's what you say out loud to the universe. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. I'm going to repeat that. And use your hand as well, the way that I do it. That is a symbol for touching spirit, touching the universe. Here you go. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. Yes, it has to be out loud. Yes, it has to be out loud. So now, I'm going to give you some examples, 4 examples of what has happened on my past lives. One person said, I forgave my dad that way, and I immediately burst into tears. Spirit taught me. The second young lady said, I forgave myself that way. And you can forgive yourself too. Spirit knows what the universe was there when you did it too, okay? Or said it, whatever it was. So she said, I forgave myself that way. And I immediately burst into tears. The third one was a young man. And he said, I forgave. And I felt my spirit move. That's what he said. So now with those, I told you I got 4 examples. I'm going to save the fourth one for in a few minutes. So the reason that the two burst into tears and the third one, the young man, felt his spirit move is because, like I said earlier, when you hold on to unforgiveness, when you hold resentment and grudges against other people, it creates pressure in your spirit, in your soul. You don't realize that you're carrying it, but it becomes a part of you. It turns you negative. It turns you into, most people who do that, they have bad health. They're on pharmaceutical medications, and maybe they don't know why, but that's a good reason, a good possibility. So it creates an internal invisible burden on your spirit. And it's what Shelster calls, she says it's a pressure release valve. And so when you forgive, this is what happens. That pressure release valve gets released. Psst. You see, that's what it does. That is why they burst into tears. That is why he felt a shift in his spirit. Now, the fourth young lady, that's good, I'm glad you understand. She said, her name's Patricia. She said, no, I'm going to start here. She had been watching my lives for I don't know how long, and she had been holding a grudge against her mother for over 40 years. Over 40 years, she is holding a grudge against her mother. And she forgave her mother. And this past Mother's Day, they spent it together. She came up as a guest on my live, thank you, and shared the experience with us. I got so full. I didn't boo-hoo cry, y'all, but I got so full to know that the advice that I shared did that wonderful thing for her and her mother. So forgive. People could change. If you've been holding a grudge against them for years, they may not be the same person. They probably are not. Maybe they're a person now that you can respect and admire. So forgive them. It releases the pressure on you. Okay? Can a moderator link that episode? I don't know what you mean. You are amazing. Oh, I feel like I am a servant of God. I truly do. I feel like a vessel, for real, y'all. And I feel so proud. I'm so humbled. And I've been given these gifts that will help me to communicate these concepts to y'all. Break it down, put it into terms so clear. So, and that is my gift. And I realize that and I recognize that. And I appreciate that. So, and those of you who want to use it, I am delighted. Those of you who reject it, that's your choice. Fine. Doesn't bother me. So people on my lives that do the trolling and all this other stuff, that it doesn't bother me. I won't be reading that kind of stuff. So you're wasting your time. Where Patricia shared, oh, it's on my page. I have a lot of content. Yeah, and it'll show. It's on my TikTok page, and my TikTok username is JJ, the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. Oh, I don't pay attention to them. I feel sorry for the haters. I feel for the trolls, whatever they want, whatever you call them. I feel sorry for them. So it's no, not the live episode. They don't do that. TikTok doesn't do that, but YouTube does. YouTube posts all my lives. Every time I do one, they post it. And I think it's in its entirety. I don't go back and listen to it, but I think it's, well, yeah, I don't need to go back and listen to it because it shows, that's how much I know about social media, y'all. It shows how long it is. So yeah, YouTube posts all my lives in their entirety. But on TikTok, and I still post to TikTok, but I don't do my lives on there. On TikTok, I still have all the posts, and I still post every day to TikTok. And that post, you got to go down into, I got a ton of really great content, if I do say so myself. My content on TikTok is useful, is helpful. It's really, as y'all would say, the bomb, okay? So now, where was I? I was talking about forgiveness. Okay, I think I got that, all of that. Now I'm going to tell y'all how, I didn't read y'all the list of words that will help you that will guide you on the path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are the words: joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and the last word is faith. So develop those types of characteristics in your personality. Include them in your spirit, in your soul. And then you will be, the program that you write, say it out loud. This is the program that you write. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You see? That's all you got to say. And put your feet on that path. Positive attitude. Now I'm going to tell y'all something else that you probably never heard before. And I'm going to ask you this question. First, I'm going to tell you this. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. And nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. That's it. Okay, so now, here's the question. Do you know, or did you know, share the live, y'all, that you live your life by a ratio? RATIO, ratio. Answer me that question, y'all. YouTube says I have 68 people on here now. Can you tell me if you, I only want no responses. If people on here already know what a ratio is, that's wonderful. Good. I'm going to be telling you exactly, I'm going to explain what it is and how you use it, okay? So I want to get some more responses to people who don't know. Did you or do you know that you live your life by a ratio? RATIO. Give me some responses, y'all. No, it's not like ebb and flow. I'm going to tell you what it is, but I wanted to know if you knew or not. If you did know, if you don't know. But I only want no responses. Y'all don't listen well. I already said I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay. All right. I'm sure still trying to see. Okay. Okay. So a ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. I'm not talking mathematically. So a ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. You set your own ratio. You're the only one that controls it. Oh, thank you. You set it, and you're the only one that controls it. You're the only one that can set it, and you're the only one that can control it. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it. Okay? So now I'm going to give you some examples. My ratio is 80-20. 80-20. I have had people on my lives. Now, 80-20, I don't own that. Anybody can use 80-20. I have had people on my lives that have chosen 75-25, 60-40. I had one person that chose 50-50. I said, I would never choose that. That's like half the time you're positive, half the time you're negative. That's all. That's what it relates to. Your positive attitude and your negative attitude. Okay? Okay, so positive attitude. Now, my ratio is 80-20. That means that 80% of the time, I am happy being in the positive attitude mode. Happy. 20% of the time, I'm okay. I didn't say I was happy, but I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. Now, I'm going to explain that even further. Okay, so now, 80% positive, that means that 80% of the time, wow. Oh, I love truck drivers. I love 18-wheelers. Oh my God. I don't know if you drive an 18-wheeler, but oh my, honey, I fiend for, oh God, I just go nuts when I see these gorgeous 18-wheelers with all the lights on them. They just send me over the moon. They are so pretty, and especially when they're like red and green and blue and so don't get me off on them trucks. I love trucks. My granddaughter drives an 18-wheeler. Yeah. So now, where was I? Sorry, y'all. Okay. Where was I? Okay, help me out, y'all. I really got mad. That guy told me he's a truck driver. Oh, all right. Now, where was I? I'm screwed up right now, y'all. Okay, so help me out. So full of colors. Oh, thank you. So where was I? Helen? Shelster? I don't know where I was. When that guy told me he's a truck driver, that just sent me over the moon. Y'all just don't know. I have a thing for trucks. Sorry, I can't share. Okay, that's good. Just drive safely. Oh yeah, 80%. Thank you, Julie. So 80% of the time, I'm in the positive attitude mode. Now I remember exactly where I was, thanks to Julie. That means that 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is fair, what is right, what is kind, what is considerate, what is patient, all of that stuff. That's 80% of the time. 20% of the time, I can be in that negative attitude mode. But that negative attitude mode, now whatever yours is, so mine is 80-20. So that means 20% of the time I can be in the negative attitude mode. Good morning, Kyle. Uh, so, but that negative attitude mode, whatever you assign, that percentage, whatever you assign, it cannot include physical abuse. You cannot hit people. If you are doing that, you got to stop. If you want to develop and maintain a positive attitude, hitting people is not a part of a positive attitude. You cannot throw things. If you're throwing things, you got to stop doing that. Number two is you cannot be verbally abusive. You can't cuss people out. You can't insult people. And number three is, thanks to one of my viewers, her username is Midnight, and she asked me to include tone of voice. And tone of voice is very important because it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You understand? So I included tone of voice. So three things. When you are in that negative attitude mode, whatever your percentage is that you assign, yeah, anything you know is wrong. That's right, exactly. So you cannot be physically abusive to anybody, you cannot be verbally abusive to anybody, and you cannot use an ugly tone of voice to anybody. As long as you don't do any of those three things, you're fine. Okay? And if you have those three things kind of in your, no, don't be hitting people, don't be cussing people out. I hear people say, girl, I cussed her out. Like that's something to be proud of. Okay. All right, so now, did I explain that sufficiently, y'all? And I'm going to show y'all another example how you use that ratio, okay? Oh, yeah, I do. So don't get me off on them trucks again. Please don't, because I can't help myself when I go into the trucks, the 18-wheelers. Oh, my God, they are so pretty. So, okay, wonderful. Okay, oh, that's great. I'm glad. All right, so now, here's an example of how you use that ratio. I'm going to give you an example of a behavior that I'm saying that I have. I don't have it, okay? So I'm sharing this example with you to show y'all how you can change any behavior that you have by writing a program. Okay. Any behavior you have, you cannot change other people's behaviors. And I think that's a big part of what's wrong with the world, especially with relationships, okay? One or the other is trying to change the other one. Sometimes both of you're trying to change each other. That ain't gonna work. So stop doing that. Me and my man been together 68 years. I know what I'm talking about. So, oh, thank you. Okay, now where was I? Okay, the example. See, I got it back. I'm going to show you this example. You can take this example and put it on any behavior that you have that you want to change. Here you go. Now, yeah, it's amazing. It blows my mind too, y'all, that I've been with Pep for 68 years. It blows my mind too. Oh, thanks, 66, cuz a lot of people tell him that. Okay, so here is the scenario. Let me see. This is the behavior, and I'm going to tell y'all the program that I write to change the behavior. Here's the behavior, and it's not true. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. That's the behavior. I have a post on my TikTok about your nails, so go check that one out. Here's the program that I write. Yeah, thanks, Chelsea. I didn't know you knew that. Okay, here's the program that I write. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. And then tomorrow comes and you eat 10 cookies. And the next days, weeks, months, and you're still eating 10 cookies. Now, what that means, I don't know what ratio you chose, but let's say mine, I use mine, 80-20. That means that 80% of the time, I eat 10 cookies. 20% of the time, that's my wiggle room. That's my cheating room. It's not really cheating because you did that, you allow yourself 20%. So 20% of the time, I can go back up to 11 cookies. I can go back up to 12. You see? But 80% of the time, I am going to honor the program that I wrote, and I'll eat 10 cookies every day. I might even go down to 9, 8, 7, whatever. I had one young lady on my live, and the comment is on my page too. I posted it. She said she had an eating disorder. Oh yeah, you can do that any kind of way. So here's what she said. She had an eating disorder, and she was eating 6 meals a day. At the time she was posting this is what she was in. This is what her post said. Her comment said. Then I went down to 5, then 4, and now I'm at 3 meals a day, thanks to her, meaning Joyce's advice. You see? So she used that programming to decrease her number of meals every day. So she went from 6 to 3. So that's how strong you are. You don't understand how strong you are. The universe, or whatever you want to call it, gave us the power to be so strong, but most of us don't recognize our strength. But you got to start recognizing how strong you really are. That is the beauty of life. Recognizing your own power. Not, to control, but to control you. That is the power that the universe gave us. And a lot of us don't recognize it, don't realize it, don't understand it. You can have trouble. That's okay. It's a challenge. It's always a challenge. Life is a challenge. It's not a problem. It's a challenge. You have to overcome stuff. And it really warms my heart when I see people on social media that don't have limbs, don't have one arm, or don't have one leg, or don't have any legs. I saw one person who let me see. He was born without legs, and one full arm, and one like a stub of an arm. He was born that way. So when I look at people like that, there is no excuse for people who are full-bodied and have all their senses. So we need to start recognizing our own power. So now, I showed y'all that example. So I don't answer back and forth questions, Helen. I don't have time for that. So just listen to the advice that I share and try to encompass it in the way that you live your life. It's undifficult your life. That's what my advice does, that I share. And I live it, so I know that it works. And it's not difficult at all. Okay, so now I think I'm finished with pillar number 1. And I hope that y'all understood how you can use that advice that I shared. You can take that behavior and put it on anything that you want to change about yourself. You can't change other people, remember that. So don't try. Change, work on you. Pillar number 2. Increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I start with the toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, you'll want to hear how easy it is. And this is how easy it is. When that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give it to you in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer. Give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. Do that several times for 5 minutes, and then stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times, using the timer every time. And all the way up to an hour or more. Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Now, Spirit came to me and told me, Joyce, you can tell your viewers, how they can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. So it requires a piece of paper and something to write with. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds while I drink some water, and then I'm going to tell you how you do this exercise. So I'm going to count to 10 while I drink this water. Excuse me. Okay. On that piece of paper, write down the time it is right now, whatever your time zone is. Write down the time it is right now. Put the paper away. And some point later, some passage of time, try to guess the present time that it is. Do that many times during the day, every day. You will be teaching yourself how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. It will tune you in to the passage of time. You will no longer be shocked when you see what time it is. You don't jump anymore, okay? So, write it down. And at some point, you won't even need the paper anymore. You'll be teaching yourself that, okay? So now, if you're 10 years old or older, the way you teach yourself patience is you make yourself wait. And especially if it's something you are fiending for. And you also write a program. You say out loud, and I don't care who's around. I don't care who's around. They may say, oh, I want to learn how you do that. So here's what you say. I am teaching myself patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. I am increasing my level of patience. And especially if it's something that you are fiending for. Especially if it's something that you would normally give yourself immediate gratification for. Make yourself wait. And if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that's wonderful. Fabulous. It means you're stronger than it was, and you always were, but you never challenge yourself by making yourself wait. So make yourself wait. It's just that simple. Now, patient, Lord. Somebody said something about patience. So, pillar number 3. Stay calm. Stay calm, y'all. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all, somebody put something on here about time. So, yeah, elapsed time and all of that. I have a post on my TikTok, and it says, time is life. And then the next line says, life is time. So you see, what that means is you were born at a certain time, and you're going to die at a certain time. In between there, that's your lifespan. What are you doing with it? So time passes. Every minute is leading you closer to your death. And we are all going to die. So it is inevitable, guaranteed. We're all going to die. So what are you doing with the life that you have? Think about it. Are you plugged into your own life? A positive attitude will do that for you. It will plug you into your own life. A ratio will do that for you. It will help you to better control your own life. You see? So, now back to pillar number 3. Stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry. In one of my lives this year, Spirit came to me and told me to use the word neurons in my life. I have never used the word neurons. I had a vague knowledge of what neurons were. They're part of the brain, okay? But I'd never used the word before in my life. So that was between 4 and 5:15 a.m. Then Spirit came back to me later that night and told me to look up what neurons do. And I'll share with you in a few minutes what I looked up. But now, the whole thing is this. When you are calm, your neurons are like this. They're going in straight lines. They don't touch each other, but they communicate with each other. You know, the universe put it together. It's phenomenal the way it puts it together. So these are your neurons, y'all. Spirit gave me that helpful hand visual. These are your neurons traveling, you know. Spirit also gave me this helpful hand visual to show y'all what happens when you're angry. Here's what they do. Here, your neurons. They should be like this. And when you're angry, this is what they do. So now, when Spirit came to me that night and told me to look up what neurons do, I obeyed, and I looked it up. I Googled it. And here's my hand. Spirit came back to me and told me to look up what neurons do. So here is what I Googled it, and this is what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. Yes, that's what neurons do. That's why you cannot think straight when you're angry. That's why you cannot make good decisions when you're angry. That is why you can't make good choices when you're angry. You say things that you don't mean, and you can't take them back. You do things that you don't mean. So stop with the anger, y'all. Stop with the anger. Maintain your power by staying calm. The third pillar is stay calm. Okay? So there's tremendous power in that ability. So think about your neurons the next time you start becoming angry. Look at other people who are angry and think about what their neurons are doing. But better yet, always focus on your own neurons. You can glance at them and say, oh my God, their neurons are messed up. They're jacked up, okay? But don't be that way. Don't. Anger, I have a post on my TikTok page and it says, be kind. Anger serves no useful purpose. Can you think of any useful purpose that anger serves? I sure can't. So stop with the anger, y'all. The next time you become angry, remember your neurons. Remember, don't allow this. Promote this. Promote this. Now, pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, thanks Kyle, anger, frustration, all of that. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. Nothing lasts in this life, not even us as people. We even use the word pass when we're talking about death. We'll say he passed last year, she passed last week. This too shall pass. Now, the next time your mama is chewing you out or the next time your daddy is chewing you out, they cannot read your mind. Use those words. Just say, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. This too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. And it'll get you through. Whenever you are in any kind of ugly, uptight situations, nobody can read your mind. And they'll be wondering, how come you can stay so calm? Because you're thinking about this too shall pass. There's no reason for you to get so upset, you know? So don't do that. Nothing makes me angry. I get pissed off about things, but nothing makes me angry. And that should be the same for you. Don't allow anything to make you angry. It serves no useful purpose. You have to be able to think. So Don't do that. Anger doesn't serve any useful purpose. It gets you in trouble. That's what it really does. So, yeah, I couldn't read all of it. So when y'all write a long comment, see, TikTok saved all the comments. I don't think YouTube does. So I haven't found any place where the comments are. So I don't think that they do. But don't become angry. And then a lot of people, y'all are saying, she triggered me. So what is a trigger? How come somebody can trigger you? Why? Do you understand that you are giving them power over you? They can control your emotions instead of you controlling your emotions. I don't care what somebody says. I don't care what somebody does. You have a choice as to whether or not you get angry. And if you stay calm, Lord have mercy, it'll start probably blowing people's minds. Yeah, so, no, people should know if they step out of line, they'll get checked. They should know that. That comes from being a kid, as far as I'm concerned. That was no. So, now, let's say somebody says something negative to you, and you say something negative back. That means you're adding to the high level of negativity. Here's an example that you can use. If somebody says something negative to you, you come back with, now, you don't attack them. Don't attack what they said or did. Just respond with how it impacted you. Just say, oh, I don't like the way that sounded. I'm working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I reject that. Or, oh, I don't like the way that makes me think, or the way it makes me feel. I don't like that. So you're not attacking them. You're just attacking what was said or done. You see? I don't like the way that made me feel. I don't like the way that made me think. So can you use that instead of coming back with the negative to them? Come on, give me some responses. YouTube says I got 47 people on here. Okay. Oh, yeah, silence works too. Yeah. So, yeah, you can use that. Be positive. So negativity and negativity don't work. Negativity with positivity, the negativity gets wiped out. You see? That's the way you do it. So, pillar number 4, this too shall pass. Pillar number 3, stay calm. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Now, pillar number 1, I told you how you develop and maintain a positive attitude. You write a program and you say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Put your feet on that path to do just that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I told you how you do that. But now, if you're raising toddlers, I recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish. Madre Docena, and I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what the rest of it is. But this one, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids, is 48 pages. It is $7.99, and it will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. So, I have 12 ingredients. I list 12 ingredients, and I'm going to quickly read you the ingredients. 1, start from infancy. 2, manners. 3, love for learning. 4, responsibility. 5, rules, order, and organization. 6, independence. 7, spirituality or a higher power. 8, affection. 9, discipline / self-control. 10, feed interest. 11, obedience. And 12, patience. So that's why I show this book, though, when I talk about patience. There's the 12th ingredient right there, patience. I have a chapter on patience. But this book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. It makes a wonderful gift to anybody that's raising kids, toddlers. And so now, goodshortbooks.com, y'all, the link is in my profile. These books make excellent gifts. There are 11 nonfiction books there in 9 different genres. 11 books. My sister wrote one, and I wrote 10. So now here are the genres: memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales. My fairy tale is nonfiction because it deals with a very serious subject. Thanks for the subscriptions, y'all. Bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Now, I told y'all, me and my man, his name is Pap, real name is Fred, we have been together for 68 years, so you know I had to write a book about that. And it's entitled, The Best Way to Keep a Man is to Let Him Go, among other things. It's 64 pages, and it's $9.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. We have 3 price categories: $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. Very affordable, y'all. So the books are flying off the shelves because people are coming on to my lives and they are learning about the books. So the books will inspire you. They will entertain you, they will delight you, they will motivate you, they will encourage you. So they are really, really good, and they are flying off the shelves. So now, I want to thank y'all for joining my live. And if you got something from it, if you enjoyed it, do a video or a post and tell people what you got from it. Tell people how you are going to use the advice that I share. And let's see here. Or if you have read any of the books at goodshortbooks.com, you can do a video or a post about the books that you have read. So check it out, y'all, goodshortbooks.com. They are very well done. Both of us, my sister and I, are both retired executive assistants, so the books are very well done. Now, I close my lives with this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. It's 90 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. And I'm going to read you a 5-star review. This is from Brian, his 5-star review on Amazon. He says, "This is a great book to help open your mind. There are an unlimited number or an amount of resources to learn from. You get wisdom, positivity, self-discipline, appreciation for being alive, and so much more in this easy read. This is a book you will save and review over and over again. I highly recommend buying the hard copy of it so you can write in it and highlight quotes that speak to you. This is a must-have," and he's got must-have is in all quotes and followed by a lot of exclamation marks. So, now, I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. And here's what the quote said: "Never lose your hope and faith." Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. 9th graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. And that's what I said. I don't remember saying it, and I didn't know that I was coining a quote. But now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I do remember saying, and I did know that I was coining a quote. Now, this one I coined in 2011 or 2013. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. And so it was for a quote contest. And I coined the quote and submitted it to the contest, and it won as one of 12. It was for a calendar. One of 12 out of over 5,000 entries. Over 5,000 entries. I posted to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here's the quote. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. So nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can. You can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. But do chase your dreams. Chase your dream. The way this book is formatted, it's 90 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. But the quotes are in all caps, and there are 2 quotes per page, separated by a black and white picture. Now I'm going to open up the floor, and y'all can throw out some page numbers. The book is 90 pages. Here's what's on page 90, the end. So pages 6 to 89, you throw out some page numbers. I will read the quotes on the 2 quotes on that page. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased a dream is on page 11. So if you want to hear it again, you can ask for page 11. Otherwise, ask for pages where I haven't read the quotes. All right, Kindle, page 43. At the top of page 43, enjoy the innocence of children. At the bottom of page 43, learn to see problems as teachers, not torturers. Can you live by those quotes? Come on, give me some responses and also some more page numbers. And I wanted to thank y'all for joining the live, but I also want to ask y'all to please use the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Pillar number 3, stay calm. Pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, frustration, or whatever. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. If ever you're in a sticky kind of a situation, remember those words. Okay, page 58 for Kyle. At the top of page 58, self-examination is good for the soul. Be honest. At the bottom of page 58, if you don't enjoy complainers, don't be one. Can y'all live by those 2 quotes? Any more page numbers? I'm waiting for some page numbers. And, oh yeah, most definitely. Okay. If you don't have any more page numbers, I'm getting on out of here, y'all. So I want to thank you for joining my live, and I'm trying to build my live here on YouTube. This is my 19th live, and it's kind of slow going, but I'm a patient person. I do follow my own advice. I'm a very patient person. So the world would be a better place, y'all, if more people developed and maintained a positive attitude. The world would be a better place, y'all, if more people increased their levels of patience. The world would be a better place if more people stayed calm. And the world would be a better place if more people realized the power of those 4 words. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. So thank y'all for joining my live, and come back tomorrow and spread the word. Help me spread the word. Thank you. Later.